chemicals that are used to get rid of weeds and insects. The first notable use of pesticides ranges back 4,500 years ago with the Sumerians, who used sulfur components to get rid of mites and insects. The problem today, however, is that many people seem to be ignorant of the damaging effects of pesticides. There are many health risks associated with pesticides, ranging from lung infections to numerous types of cancers. And environmentally, health due to runoff, the chemicals in pesticides can end up in our water supply. According to Jane Hopkins, a staff scientist at the National Institute of Environmental Health Science, farmers face the most risk due to overexposure. And as this graph shows, farmers tend to be hospitalized due to the severe effects. However, we too, as everyday individuals, can face the same effects due to pesticides. This is because we face the same risk to overexposure from our cleaning products to our pest-resistant sprays. While there are many existing solutions, their effectiveness varies. The first existing solution is proper labeling and disposal methods. While this solution takes care of the management aspect of the problem, it does nothing to discourage the use of pesticides as a whole. The second solution is caulking holes and cleaning surfaces. However, this solution only takes care of the pest aspect of pesticides. However, many of the chemicals used in the cleaning supplies contain the same chemicals that pesticides do. Therefore, the effects would become null. The last solution is planting pest-resistant drugs. While this solution seems to have the most effect in reducing the risk of reducing pesticides, it is the least likely to work due to how time-consuming and difficult it is to do. Planting a plant would take much more effort than simply just using pesticides. It became abundantly clear that the main issue of pesticides is that people lack the knowledge of what is in their pesticides. They seem to not understand many of the products that are in the products and chemicals in these pesticides. My first solution was to email numerous companies who create environmentally friendly products such as cleaning supplies and body and beauty products, and ask them to send me a sample for my senior class. I chose my senior class because they're young adults, and as they journey onto the adult world, they'd be most likely to be receptive to these new products. However, I soon realized that as I email these companies, I realized that they do not generally send samples to an individual. They send it to a group or an organization. Therefore, that solution became void. Then I moved on to my next solution, which was creating YouTube videos. A series of 4 to 5 videos that were pretty short in order to capture my audience. The idea behind them was the videos of ASAP Science that we all watch and capture our attention. They're not very long, and the whiteboard technique seems to be engaging and interesting for all of us. My idea was to use whiteboards instead of just simply talking to my audience, because I feel as using whiteboards can be more effective. And therefore, the cost of this solution would become null, because there would be no cost. The second idea was to shorten the time limit, to make it only a 3 to 5 minute video and no greater than that, because therefore I can ensure that my audience stays engaged with that video but does not drift after a while. The effectiveness of my solution is that it's very engaging. It captures my audience attention. It makes sure that it at least captures their audience attention for a while to watch the whole video. My idea was to play one of my videos the first one on my school's morning announcements to hit a mass audience and ensure that they can listen and understand the dangers of pesticides. And the effectiveness of this is it can incite change. While these kids are watching the morning announcement, they can see the damaging effects. They can see why pesticides are so dangerous to them. In conclusion, to further discourage pesticides, it is important that people to educate my audience, to make sure they understand what they are using, so that they understand the risks that they're placing themselves in. Thank you for listening.